Hey everybody, I've said before there are certain positions on a map you just can't afford to give up to the enemy team, and you're about to see why D6 on Airfield is one of those positions. So I'm platooned up in my Object 430 variant 2 with Hardest in the same tank, and we've ended up on Airfield on the west spawn, but that position at D6 is critical for either spawn. It's a more or less symmetrical position, and it gives shots across basically the entire map. Right away you can see that the enemy team is distinctly lacking in competent players. In fact, the only passable player on their entire team is the AMX 12-ton. I feel so bad for that guy, but you know, that's an occupational hazard of playing light tanks. You might end up as a tier 6 light tank in a tier 9 match with no teammates. We've got some alright players. What we've also got is the sense to go up into the north area of the map. The majority of our team does go middle. We have a lot of mediums on this team, and obviously they decide that they want to go there for whatever reason. So this could have gone either way. If the enemy had actually had any decent players who knew how to aim and actually pen things, we could have had this turnaround on us. Thankfully, myself and Hardest do take north. Our light tanks spot it for us, and nothing's actually seen coming, and nor has anything tried to get up this ramp yet. Normally you can get a quick shot into the side of a medium going up that ramp, trying to get shots across middle, but it's not happening. And so after a little while I decide, let's see just how deep this rabbit hole goes. So I push up. Looks like the vast majority of the enemy team are in middle. In fact, the only things that haven't been spotted are the Tiger P and 2 of the light tanks, and also the E75 and IS-8. Holy shit, they have not made any effort to take the north. The majority of their team is tied down in the middle, trying to get up the hill, which they're never going to take because our mediums beat them up there. And then, look at where the IS-8 just got spotted. The IS-8 has pushed all the way across the K-line, which the Tiger 2 is about to try and do, and the E75 was also doing, as you will see it once he pops up on the map. In fact, there he is right now. So while the 3 enemy heavies down there push towards our cap, basically making themselves irrelevant in this match, we clean up the majority of the enemy team around the middle of the map and also in their base. And they try for a cap fast, but it's not going to happen because we've seen it. It was such an obvious thing once they were spotted in the south what they were going to do. So our Centurion, our E75 are heading back. Our Tiger never actually really strayed too far from cap, so he's already in position, and now we've got this hill, so we can shoot into our own cap from up here. The T69 is perfectly positioned to get shots in and get the resets. There's no way the enemy team are going to win this now. We haven't even lost a single tank at this point. We finally lose our first tank, T54, but with 4 kills to his name he's obviously already done plenty enough for now. And it looks like we might just get away with this without losing too many more. Look just how bad these enemies are. I'm not sure what this E75 is trying to do. Buildings are making it difficult to get good shots off. Some of the walls are making it hard to tell if I'm aiming at a tank or a wall or a rock or what. However, the IS-8 is busy destroying his own cover and backing in front of guns, and there we go. And the Tiger 2 is done as well. So, for the loss of 2 tanks, a T-54 and an LTTB, we clean up the entire enemy team. Trash players, says Hardest, and without missing a beat, the Centurion calls them garbage. Not wrong, honestly. I mean, it's fair to make mistakes when you're new to the game, but the thing that a lot of people overlook when it comes to all the tanks is these aren't people that are new to the game. By and large, the people that are the worst offenders when it comes to doing stupid shit and throwing the game for their team, they're not new. Some of them have played this game more than I have. I mean, I've been playing this game for about 5 years now. Some of them have played, you know, double my number of matches, or even triple. In fact, there's people that have nearly 150, 160,000 matches in World of Tanks, and they still do not know the most basic things about maps that have been in the game for a long time now. I mean, this hasn't been in the game for as long as some maps, but for instance, the Valley on Lakeville. Lakeville has been in the game since Alpha. Since Alpha. And there are still people that play this game and try and push Valley in light tanks and medium tanks, never mind heavies or tank destroyers. It's just phenomenal to play the game that much without actually learning from it. I just don't understand it. You know, it surely at some point it must occur to them, this thing I keep doing doesn't seem to work out real well. Maybe I should try something different. It's just unbelievable. It's really disheartening, actually. It makes me worry for humanity. Just how oblivious these people can be, because at the end of the day, yeah, it's an internet tanks game, but these have some pretty basic life skills. Situational awareness, the ability to learn from your mistakes. I mean, no wonder the world's in such a shit state if these are the kinds of people that fucking run everything. Anyway, my bitching aside, this wasn't a real big match, wasn't a great one. 2,900 damage in the 430 variant too. It's okay, I'm not going to complain about it. But it's not as much as I'd like. Usually I'm not really happy in my tier 9 mediums unless I'm over 3k. But you know, 2.9 is not bad. And it was a nice cruisy game. I mean, I only took one damaging shot that match. But it is a bit frustrating sometimes when an enemy team just folds in half like that in the opening, 4 minutes of the game. 3 minutes 57 seconds. 3 minutes and 57 seconds it took that team to fall apart. It's just not fun to play when a team folds that fast. Like, I mean, I mentioned it previously in another video, I think, and I've been talking about it on Hardest Stream every now and then, but I was playing with Hellsaw, and the last time Hellsaw ever played on the NA West server, it's because we won 17 games in a row, and he didn't get to do anything in any of them, because the enemy team died so quickly. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Even when you're on the winning side, you don't want to play it because it's just so one-sided. You don't get a chance to get anything done. It doesn't feel like it's fun. It just feels like you're kind of beating up on kids and taking their candy from them. And that's not really enjoyable. So, you know, as much as people complain about getting rolled over by good players, it's not fun to be on the team that rolls somebody over that severely. What is fun is when you have a good long game, or even a good fast game, but one where both sides are actually trying to win and doing their best. And, you know, close games are some of the most nail-biting and enjoyable experiences in World of Tanks I've had. Or even if it's going to be a pretty convincing, you know, rollover, usually it takes a while to get there. You know, there's a bit of back and forth, and it takes about 10 minutes before one side finally gains a clear upper hand and just goes and wrecks the other one. When it's a 3-4 minute match, it's just not fun for anybody involved. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. As ever, I wish you the best of luck in the field, and hopefully you'll have some more enjoyable games than this one was. A little more interesting. And I'll see you on the next one.